Am I the idiot for my reaction when my niece announced her engagement? I, 33 male, have a pretty big age difference with my brother, 44 male. He had a child at 25, which means that I became an uncle at 14. Because we were pretty close in age, I formed a special bond with my niece Ella, now 18 female. When she was 16, my brother and his family moved away, so I've been seeing them less recently. But we keep in touch and catch up at family events. Last year at Christmas, my niece told me that she had a boyfriend, and told me a bit about him. But I didn't know the guy. He was invited for Easter and a couple of other events, but was never able to make it. When we were planning our mother's birthday, my brother decided to invite Ella's boyfriend, so that we could all meet him. Yesterday was the birthday. I was looking forward to meeting Mark, Ella's boyfriend, but was very confused when I saw her walk in with a man that looked double her age. Spoiler alert, he is. She introduced him to me, and I politely smiled but was deep down very concerned. I went to my brother to ask how old Mark was, and he told me that Mark is 36. So literally double Ella's age. She had told me that he was a bit older, but I assumed like early to mid-20s, not almost 40. That's when they called us in the living room to share exciting news. Ella showed us a ring and revealed that they were engaged. I just said what the fuck, and everyone turned around and looked at me like I was crazy. I told them that they were out of their minds if they thought this was normal. That there was no world in which a 30-something should date an 18-yo. And that she shouldn't be getting married. All of them accused me of ruining Ella's happiness. Some even said that I was jealous of Mark, which is so fucking disgusting I can't even explain it. I mean, I'm younger than Mark. But never in a million years would I ever consider dating someone younger than 25. They told me that it was perfectly legal as they were both adults. Which isn't true because they've been dating for a year, and Ella turned 7 months ago. And that if they were happy, that's all that matters. I told them that they were sick for allowing this, and that he was a predator, but they wouldn't listen. I know this isn't my business, but I can't help but fear for Ella. She is young and doesn't really know what she's getting into. I'm really scared of her getting married and being unable to leave him when she realizes how sick it was. I then left and slammed the door, and have been receiving pretty wild messages and calls since then. I don't know if I was wrong for this, and am just overreacting. And if I wasn't wrong, I don't know what I can do to make them realize how wrong it is. Comments. Comment 1. I am so glad she got out. My niece was 19, she's almost 21 now, when she got pregnant by her 47-year-old former pizza place manager. We're all there for her and the baby now, and her dad, who is the same age as her boyfriend, plays nice so he's around when it inevitably hits the fan, but he's a stronger person than me. Because I have made no secret of my utter abhorrence for the predator. I keep communication open and she's admitted she regrets getting pregnant, but she's still so young and hasn't come around to see that maybe you shouldn't have to be jealous of the teenagers your 50-year-old boyfriend works with. Comment 2. It's good she had her uncle to give her a reality check. Men like these are predators. I've known a few of them. They like younger women because they like to shape them into their perfect little wives. Once she reached a certain age, he would have ended up cheating on her with someone younger. Like, imagine if she married him, and was manipulated into having children with him at that point. Update 1. If you didn't see my previous post, here's my niece is 18, and getting married with a man who's 36. They started dating when she was 17. When she announced she was engaged, I said that it was wrong that he was so much older than her, but everyone else found it okay. So I've taken the past 24 to really reflect on all of this. I tried to take in most of the advice in the comments. And here's what I have decided. I don't think that me telling her and everyone that the relationship is weird was wrong. I do, however, think that I did it wrong, and it was pretty harsh. Because it was in the heat of the moment. But I still find this very creepy and don't think she should get married. What I've decided to do is apologize to her. I sent her a text saying I was sorry for my outburst, and that I should have thought it through beforehand. I told her that I never wanted to make her feel like I didn't want her to be happy. And that I loved her very much, and had her best interests in mind. Ask her if we could talk about this. I asked if she would be okay and free to hang out, and maybe get coffee this week to talk about all of this with a clear head. I really want to try and get her to see why it's weird, and that maybe marrying him is not a great choice. Explain myself to my brother. I sent him a text saying that I was sorry for the way I said it, but that I still thought that it needed to be said. I explained to him why I think Mark is a predator, and this relationship could have a very negative and damaging impact on Ella. I'm still waiting on their replies. I'll update when they reply, or when I see Ella. If she accepts, depending on how long it would take. In the meantime, I really want to thank everyone who gave me advice and was constructive, and really tried to help my niece out of this situation. I also send my best to all of the people in the comments sharing similar stories when they were the teenager getting groomed. I'm so sorry this happened to you, and I really hope you're doing better now. Update 2. Anthero. My 18-year niece is engaged to a 36-year she started dating when she was 17. No one in the family sees a problem. I asked to meet her to talk about it. So, following my text, see last post, Ella replied and told me she agreed to meet with me and talk. I just came back from seeing her. Here's how it went. She asked me what I wanted to tell her, and I started explaining that I didn't think her relationship was very healthy, and that no older guy should want to date a teenager. I told her that she was an incredible woman, so I wasn't saying it was weird that someone would want to marry her, but that guys my age normally shouldn't even look at a teenager. She wasn't convinced and said that sometimes it's true, but sometimes it's okay. I asked her how she would feel if I told her that someone born today could be her future partner, and she said it felt really weird. I also asked her if she would consider dating someone younger than 15, and she said no. I could see her starting to realize that Mark maybe didn't have the best intentions. I also asked her if she knew about his previous relationship, and she said vaguely and just told me the girl's name. I asked her if she knew how old the girl was, and she said she was 21. I also asked her if she knew that their relationships overlapped, and she said that Mark always told her he was single since they met, but she kind of felt like that wasn't true. I told her that since his previous girlfriend was also significantly younger, it seemed like he had a thing for younger girls, which is kind of weird. After discussing that, she told me a bit more about her relationship. She told me she was starting to feel weird about it, because of Mark's recent behavior. I asked what she meant, and she said that he had been flirting with a lot of girls, who were also younger, including some of Ella's friends. When she confronted him, he sort of gaslight her into thinking it wasn't flirting. He was also making a lot of comments about having children with Ella, and how cute it would be to see her raise them. She told me she was absolutely not ready for that, and also wanted to go to college and work and not be a sob. Because of all of that, she was doubting her relationship, and I told her that I understood. She said she was scared of breaking up with him, because he had become her whole life recently, and she didn't know what she would do without him. I told her that she was surrounded by people who loved her, and would be there for her, and that she was a lot more than just Mark's girlfriend. I said that she knew my opinion on it, but that ultimately the choice was hers, and that I just wanted her to be happy. I also said I would be there for her no matter what. She told me that she will try to break up with him this week, and she'll let me know how it goes. I'll edit this post if I have more info. Also again, thank you to everyone who gave advice and tried to help us. I really appreciate it. Edit. Okay, so I just want to say some people in the comments seem to think that this is fake, and you know what, I can understand. And I don't really care. I'm not asking you to believe that my life is real or fake. And it's great that you don't just believe everything you see online. But I just want to say this. There are hundreds of people on here or elsewhere that share similar stories. I'm not really affected by people thinking I'm lying, mainly because I'm not the one in that situation. But some people might be. Some people come on here to share something that might have traumatized them. And the last thing they want is for others to think they're lying. So if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But the next time, keep that to yourself. It's fine to not believe something, but you don't have to say it, because it might make other people feel really bad. Update 3. I know it's been a while since I posted the last update, and a lot of people have been requesting updates on the whole situation, but until now I hadn't really received any news. So please forgive me if this update took a while to come. Since my conversation with Ella, I would check in on her once or twice a week and ask how things were, and she'd always tell me pretty much the same as what she told me a month ago. Basically, there were many red flags, and she was getting more and more uncomfortable in her relationship. But she also didn't know how to break up with him. I tried to give her some advice, but eventually told her that I thought she should do it when she felt comfortable. Yesterday I called her to know what she had planned on Christmas, and if she'd be coming to the Christmas dinner that I was hosting, and if Mark would be coming. That's when she told me that she had broken up with him the evening before. She was pretty shaken up, so I didn't ask for too much detail and asked if she wanted to come to my house for a while. She said that Mark had left to stay with his family when she told him, so she was okay staying home. This is maybe not a very detailed update, but here's what I know. She told me that he had been getting angry at her all week for small things, And then they were talking about Christmas, and he insisted that they shouldn't go with Ella's family, and instead spend a week with his family, because they see them less often, they live out of state. And after that he made a comment about how he hoped that the next year as a present they could give his mother a grandchild, and Ella said that's what really made her break up with him. And she also told me that she would be coming alone for Christmas. I don't know what she told him or how he reacted. And maybe she'll tell me more in a while when she feels better, and if not I won't ask her to. If I get more information I'll edit this post, but for now that's it. Again, thank you to anyone who gave advice and tried to help with this situation.